You're live?
Not yet. Yes, sir, we are live.
Okay, great. So good afternoon to everyone. My name is Dinesh Singh. I'm part of the operations team, which takes care of running the cohorts in Cultus Education. I have with me my colleague Tanveer, who heads the placements. Along with Tanveer, we have Rangdol, who is from the tech team, trying to help us out. Okay, so in the today's topic agenda, we are going to cover about Cultus Job Readiness. We'll tell you what Cultus Job Readiness is, and we'll talk a little bit about the platform and also give you a little overview on how to use this platform and what are the benefits and benefits out of this platform. So these all things we'll do it in today's session. Okay, so I'll start with a short video, but before that, let me just share a few things. Okay, so it is called Cultus Job Readiness, the platform which we are talking about. Okay, we'll have an overview of this session, basically about what Cultus Job Readiness is, then about the next steps that what you have to do it actually. Okay, so just give me a minute before I start playing the video. There's some technical issue.
So should I play it?
Yeah, you can, but just look at this. If this works out now, I'm using the YouTube video. If this
Okay.
voice is coming, just check it out.
Sure, sir.
This voice is coming.
No.
Uh, 1 minute.
Not yet. Not yet. Yes, sir, we are live.
Good afternoon to everyone. Okay, so I think you'll have to play it.
Sure, sir.
Okay, looks like there is some issue.
Gen Z is widely considered an employer's nightmare, and survey after survey shows this. A new one is out. It says that 1 in 6 companies do not want to hire Gen Z. They say Gen Z is entitled, easily offended, unable to handle feedback, lacking in motivation, professionalism, strong work ethic, and communication skills. That's quite the list. It makes you think, what doesn't Gen Z lack? Apparently, the ability to make things worse.
Long before you heard the words employability, job readiness, etc., the world knew that job readiness among fresh graduates has been on the decline over the last few decades. We, just after the pandemic, conducted one of the largest surveys among employers, hiring managers, university owners and management, as well as students, to find out what is the reality. Because as a company that is obsessively focused on outcome, which is getting people jobs, we realized that there wasn't enough campus hiring happening. So we went back and did this massive survey. We asked hiring managers, what do you exactly want among fresh graduates? We asked university owners, why are your students not getting placed? And we asked students what they feel about this whole hullabaloo about being educated but not employable, being not job ready. Here is what we found. Industry told us 95%, yes, you heard me right, 95% of fresh graduates are unemployable. It takes up to 6 months to a year to get them job ready, and by then most of them are into their second jobs. University owners told us that they have been given an unrealistic task. Their job was to be the fountains of knowledge and information. Suddenly, they are being asked to produce people like unicorn talent ready for the workplace. They don't have the latest curriculums for Industry 4.0 technology courses, which is what the industry wants. After all, technology is everywhere. If they have the curriculum, they don't have the latest one because it changes every 2 or 3 weeks. Neither do they have the faculty to teach this with the appropriate accreditations. On the other hand, students are completely confused as to what is expected from them. So we asked industry, stop whining and complaining about job readiness. Please tell us what it means. Now, you know industry, they always want unicorn talent. They gave us a list of hundreds of skills and competencies. But when we filtered it down to its bare essence, it came down to 30 skills and competencies that are essential for any fresh graduate to be job ready. We built a unique skill center, the first of its kind anywhere in the world, and it's been running and very successful in ASEAN across the 10 countries, with endorsements by ministries, governments, government bodies, private institutions. What is it that this does? We took these 30 skills and grouped them into 5 skill clusters. We ensured that any learner who comes in first takes a psychometric assessment, goes through the assessment on these 5 skill clusters that have 30 competencies, and gets a score. A score to tell them where they are versus where they should be. The institution also gets an overall score of its students to tell them where your university ranks on these 30 competencies for job readiness versus national average, industry expectation, your state or province, or internationally. It's a good benchmark. So first step, a student or learner gets a clear idea of where they stand on these 30 competencies. In the next step, the tool gives them a personalized learning path, which is something that is very essential. No student likes to sit in a classroom with a one-size-fits-all lecture. What that does is, the weak students need to go back home and find tuitions to catch up, and the smart students, or the ones that are stronger and know the subject well, get bored in class. You need to personalize the experience. So for each of these 30 competencies, the tool gives you a personalized learning path. That means you have to do more if you're weak and less if you're good for that particular skill or competency out of the 30. Once you complete your personalized learning path, which is built in a manner that the modern learner learns, right? This is the age of Instagram where people don't have patience to even watch a 1-minute reel, let alone sit through hours of a classroom. So the personalized learning path is very engaging, fun, short videos. So you start with the assessment, you go through your personalized learning path. Now, once you finish your personalized learning path, you are considered employable. And we have gamified it. It's like a 5-star rating of a hotel. The first star is given to you when you do your assessment. The second star is given to you when you finish 50% of your learning path. And the third star is given to you when you finish your learning path completely. And that's when you're considered 3 stars employable. At this stage, you are also encouraged, in fact forced, to put your resume on our job portal, where thousands of employers recognize the Skill Center's job readiness rating system. We said, let's sort that too. Post the learning path completion, the tool matches the learner for industry, geography, and demography. What does it mean? Which industry do you want to work in? Which geography do you want to work in? Are you willing to relocate? Do you want to work only in your city, in your province, or just in the country? And finally, demography. What were your marks in the previous semesters? Are you male? Are you female? What is your age? Based on all of that, the tool matches and gives you 5 master classes. These are done and delivered by some of the top industry names you can think of. People with decades of experience in that particular industry. Once you finish the master classes, you get your 4th star. And once you have earned the 4th star, you are now considered job ready for a domestic company. To earn the 5th star, the learner goes through a video submission as well as a personal interview, where we judge in great detail everything from their grooming, the way they walk, talk, behave, the way they speak, and of course, business English is a must for the 5th star, because earning the 5th star means you are job ready to work in a multinational corporation. This is the job readiness program, from 1 star to 5 stars. As tough as it seems to you of getting a job, let me tell you a surprise truth. There are more.
Okay, so what I will do right now is show you a live session as to how the platform looks like. For everybody who has completed their AWS restart course, they would have got an email from Cultus Skill Center. The email ID will be support@cultusskillcenter.com. You will get the credentials to log in into this platform with the link for this platform. You can check it up in your inbox or in the spam box. If you have not received it, please connect with your trainer. Or also you can send a message on support@cultusedu.com. Our website, our customer support team will respond back to you with the credentials. Okay, that is that. Now we have upgraded this version actually. What we showcased it right now is a complete platform, how it works out, but we have made AI related platform. So there are a lot of modules which are now connected with AI platforms. So it makes it more seamless usage and things like that. Okay, I'll show you a live thing so that you understand it better. Okay, so once you get your access for the credentials, login, this is the dashboard, you will get it. Okay, so there are 3 tabs on the top. The second one is related to job readiness. This is what you have to look at. Okay, in this, if you see this, as we mentioned out, it's gamified. It has 5 stars, but it has, every star has one provenance among that. The first one is the initial assessment. This is a psychometric assessment, basically to gauge where you stand right now when compared to various skills which are required from industry point of view. Okay, so for example, you will have 5 clusters here. Say for example, I can show you what those clusters are. So if you closely look at it, these are the 5 clusters we are looking at it. So what we mean by these clusters and these competencies below that 30 competencies are, these are the industry required competencies. So when we connected with the industry, the HR managers, the hiring managers, they told these are the things what we require before anybody is job ready. Or if you look at it, if you see companies like you have TCS, or you have Wipro, or any large organization, they take 6 months. They usually send the new joinees to their different centers for training them. These are the skills they try to help them get, and after that only they put them into a project. So these are certain clusters. We have classified them into 5 clusters. The first one is the growth mindset, the entrepreneurial skills. The second one is a problem solving critical things, thinking one. Third one is digital and technological skills. Like in today's world, if you should know something like ChatGPT, there are a lot of AI tools which make your job faster, actually, things to be done faster. Communication and people skills, how you communicate with people. It's not that it has to be very fast English and things like that. It is that you are able to convey your message across to your colleagues, your clients, it could be anybody. And people skills, how you interact with your people, like your colleagues, again, your clients, people who are subordinate to you, or people who are above you, and things like that. So how you behave in a lift, in a meeting room, all these things are being taught. Self-management is the grooming, how you dress yourself up, how you talk, all those things are there. So these are all the key clusters, 5 clusters. So when I go back to the platform, okay, so the platform basically, just going back to that. So when you go to the initial assessment, the assessment is done on these 5 clusters. So you will have 5 sub-modules in that. For each cluster, there are 30 questions, 30 minutes are given. And after you complete the first cluster assessment, it will open the second one. Like this, you have to complete the 5 clusters, 30 questions each, that is total 150 questions within 150 minutes. Now, there are a few things you have to understand here. When you are doing this initial assessment, when you open say for example, when I say continue here, these are the assessments I have, like growth mindset, entrepreneurial skills. So I have 30 minutes, 30 questions. The moment I say start assessment, the timer starts. At that point of time, you should not be changing your tab. You should not keep your screen idle for a long time. You should not be watching other pages or things like that. The moment you do that, it will get auto submit. The reason we have done that is so that you are focused on doing the assessment. No, you're not checking the other tools in Google and things like that for answers and things like that. Okay, so it is very important that when your assessment starts, you focus on that assessment, only complete it. Then you can take break if you want it, start the second one. But in middle, you cannot stop it. This is for your initial assessment. Once you complete your assessment, you will be classified into 3 tiers based on the score you get it. Like say, for example, if you have got 0 to 50 percentile score, you will be tiered into browns. Similarly, 51 to 75 percentile, you will be under silver. And the moment you cross 76, you will be under the gold. The reason why we do this is like the people who are at gold thing, or people who are at browns, what it means is, like, if you are at browns, you have to do more learning. If you are at gold, you have to do less learning. It is, a learning path is defined based on your initial assessment. Okay, so once you complete this initial assessment, you are awarded the 1 star. Okay, and then once you're awarded 1 star, your course modules, that is depending on what tier you are, like either you are in brown, silver, or gold, you will have to do the courses. The courses are nothing but you will have short videos, 6 to 8 minutes videos, which you have to go through them. And once you complete those videos, you will have a quiz. You will also have some material to read it actually. Okay, these are AI generated quizzes. So when you look at the quiz, you have to get more than 80% to pass that quiz and complete that module, sub-module. Like this, you will have multiple videos and you'll need to complete it. Those videos are related to the competencies you are weak or you have to improve on. Okay. So once you complete this second course module, that is the second module, that is called course module, you will be awarded 2 stars. Okay, the second star. Then the third star is the expert sessions. This is where you will have pre-recorded videos about the experts who are the industry experts related to your training program, where around 5 to 8 sessions you will have to go through them. And then one you complete these sessions. When you get the project, you need to complete it and submit it back. It will give you, if you pass it, then only you will get the 4 star. Okay. Now the 5th star, this is where actually you have to do minimum of 4 stars as per this program. The 5th star is simulated interviews. This is something you can practice because for everyone, interviews are very critical. Okay, so this is the launching point for anybody to enter into a company. So for interviews, you will have 10 interview sessions available. The first 5, if you don't clear it, you will get a 1 week pause so that you can prepare yourself and come back, and you'll have another. So it will not go beyond 10 interviews for you. So these interviews are again AI driven. It will check your grooming, it will check your communication skills, it will check your body language, your eye contact, how you're answering questions, and give you a very good tool basically to help you improve your interviewing skills. So you can use this for identifying what areas you need to work on, and then you can prepare yourself and try to use this. So these are the 5 modules which you'll have to complete it. 4 is minimum you have to complete it to be job ready, and for our placement team to take it forward. Okay, so this is what the job readiness program is all about. Okay, so any questions on this, I'll be happy to answer. You can ask in the chat box these questions. Ramdol, anybody is asking any questions, anything which you feel we should answer?
So the chat box is turned off.
Okay. So how do we switch it on?
Let me check. Okay, no problem. So what I will do is, if you have any questions, you can connect with your trainers. We'll also share one what you call user manual so that you understand this. And any questions, anything like that, you can ask your trainers, or you can write it to support@cultusedu.com. So we'll answer those questions across in that case. Okay. And coming back to the next thing, my colleague Tanveer will take it over. But one point just before I close it, there is one instruction I want to give it very clear, that when you are doing the initial assessment, okay, when you're doing the initial assessment, if you can see my screen, it is very, very important that when you start your assessment, do not leave the page when you're doing the assessment. The moment the assessment starts, do not switch tabs or minimize the browser. Do not navigate away from this page. Otherwise, it will get auto submit. We have seen many times learners come back to us saying that it got auto submitted. It only happens when you
try to switch tabs, or you minimize the tab, or you have kept it open for a long time. So please ensure this is very, very critical when you're doing the initial assessment. Thank you. Over to you, Tanveer.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to extend my sincere congratulations to all participants joining the TNSDC AWS Restart Batch 2. Thank you to Mr. Dinesh for setting the context for this program. I'm Tanveer and I lead the corporate relations and placement team at Cultus Education. Our main goal is clear: to ensure your successful training completion directly leads to a real career opportunity that matches your potential. This program has two critical parts. The AWS training gives you the technical expertise, that's your knowledge base. However, remember this key idea: your technical skills get you the interview, but your overall professional readiness gets you the job. Employers need professionals who are dependable and easy to work with. They look for three things beyond the certificate. Can you explain technical concepts in a simple way? When you are faced with a challenge, can you think logically? Do you approach interviews with confidence? The Cultus Job Readiness Program is specifically designed to bridge this exact gap, preparing you to succeed when you meet a recruiter. From our regular discussions with industry recruiters, we know they look for candidates with a great attitude and strong communication skills. Here are the 4 qualities that stand out. The first one is clear communication. Recruiters focus on how clearly and simply you can explain technical ideas, not just English fluency. You need to be concise. Next comes strategic problem solving. So a logical, persistent approach to solving the problems. This shows intellectual toughness. The third one is your professional behavior. This means being punctual, taking ownership of your work, and acting responsibly in the workplace. And the last one is continuous learning. Technology moves fast. Companies highly value candidates who show they are ready and eager to keep upgrading their skills. Our job readiness modules are structured to help you master these essential qualities. Once you complete the training, a placement procedure begins using a focused step-by-step approach. First one is polishing your profile. We have helped you refine your resume and professional online presence for the best market presentation. Next is targeted matching. We match you with specific partner organizations based on your skills, interests, and career goals, like cloud, IT support, etc. Finally, the employer interviews. We open the door for you to meet directly with recruiters from reputable companies. Now, the most important takeaway: we provide continuous support throughout this process, staying with you from training completion right up until you get a job. To get the most out of this opportunity, here are 3 essential pieces of advice. Treat every task like a job. Approach every assignment and system with the high level of discipline expected in a full-time role. Be active and visible. Speak up, ask questions, engage in discussions. This practice is crucial for improving your communication. Use the interview as a dialogue. Stop thinking of the interview as a test. View it as a professional conversation to what you know and why you would be a great addition to their team. Remember this well: hiring managers often prioritize attitude over technical skill, because while skills can be taught, A positive and professional attitude determines how far you will advance in your career. Joining this competitive program is a huge step. You will gain strong technical expertise and valuable professional confidence. The Cultus education team is fully dedicated to supporting your successful transition to sustained employment. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanvir. Thank you for your inputs. So once again, I'll repeat it so that everybody who is participating in this program is clear about it. We had one session in the morning where we covered most of the people. In fact, this session we kept it because in case somebody misses out in the morning session can join it. So that's why we wanted to cover the topics again. So as we said earlier, like the skilling part is done through your AWS Restart program. Then you have your labs, you have your cases, which are all related to skilling part. Then once you complete that, all the thing you are graduated. Post that, you also get a voucher. Once you graduate, you get a voucher. Using this voucher, you can write the CCP, AWS CCP exam, and on passing this, and you on completing Cultus Job Readiness 4-star is when we start the placement process for you. So what we would request is during this time, because you already completed your AWS Restart course, now is the time for you to complete the Cultus Job Readiness course, which is doing this minimum of 4 stars. So complete this. We are tracking it. We will be updating you on what level you are at what stage. So there is no time limit. I think we wanted you to complete as early as possible. So you can start doing it now itself today, and with your initial assessments. Over a period of next 2 to 3 days, you can complete at least 2 to 3 stars. I have seen people who focus on it in about a week's time have been able to complete 4 stars by submitting projects and all these things up. So it is a right time for you to focus on the job readiness also and complete this course. So any questions, please ask your trainer, or you can write to support@cultusedu.com. So Rangdol, is the chat open, or they have to send a message across to us?
The chat, I just enabled that chat, sir.
Okay. So if you have any questions, you can raise it there. I can answer them. Okay. Fine, no problem. So I think 22 people are watching right now. I think you're very clear about it. If any doubts are there, the chat bot is there. I will wait for 20-30 seconds and then we can close it in that case. Okay. Okay. So thank you very much and all the best for your. No problem. So I think 22 people are watching right now. I think. Okay. Thank you.